Welcome to the weird and wonderful world of Lepton Quark. I am Baptiste, a French guy who ended up making electronic music in the far reaches of Northern Thailand for the past 2 decades. Right, life can take some strange turns sometimes. Under the alias Fundamental Harmonics, I have released about 100 tracks into the digital wilderness. Everything from pulsating techno to raw house and ambient soundscapes. Think of it as a sonic alchemy inspired by the mysterious atmospheres under the tropics. When there is a will, there is a way. At age 21, I went to knock the door at Radio FJ, now called Paris DJ Radio. I worked there as a traffic programmer, and then I dug more into deep house and music for after hour. At the time, I was also fond of Jeff Mills, Dave Clark, and this kind of raw techno. And thanks to a connection from the radio, I signed my first 5 tracks to be released on a vinyl record. The release was on set asynchrony under the name Ab Mauer on Chronobrain Parisian techno label. When I listen to it today, it still gives me the chill. So this record was released and they sold every pieces of it. I don't even have one anymore. If you have one, it's a collector. Keep it or send it to me, please. And for the little story, this record, I gave it to Jeff Mills when he came to play in Paris at the first techno parade. I think it was in 1999 or 2000. And he came to play at the Zenith. I went there at 10 p.m. He was just checking the sound. I gave him the record and he looked at it and he said, "Oh, I already have this one. It's a good one. I play it sometimes." You can imagine I was, woo! Of course, I was very happy. I was a big fan of Jeff Mills at the time. Yeah, and I think on the same day, he also did a showcase at the Fnac in Paris, near Opera. I don't remember which one, near Grand Boulevard. And it was the kind of showcase when he used to play live with a TR-909 and a TB-303. And it was really energetic. I remember he played 30 minutes at the Fnac in the afternoon. And it was a real pleasure to see him making the sequences and the loop live and recording the claps and the Charlie of the 909, this banging sound, you know. During this period, I was a big fan of Jeff Mills, Sir John, Dave Clark, and I started to compose a kind of similar techno, loopy and very based on rhythms. And for this, you can still listen to On-Set Asynchrony. So during the next years, I was still composing. I was studying sound engineering at the SAE in Aubervilliers, Paris. I kind of enlarged my musical culture, and I started to listen to a lot more musical styles. For example, traditional music, jazz, funk, electronica, ambient. I started to compose a lot of downtempo tracks, and I went to give a demo to Laurent Garnier because he was playing monthly at the Rex Club. And sometimes the universe throws you a bone. One day, Laurent Garnier and Eric Morin sent me back an email saying they had listened my demo. They wanted to pick a downtempo tracks that I made to release on their compilation Megasoft Office 2005. This track, I made it under the name Coral Cove. It was just a place in the Thai island of Koh Samui. It was just a bungalow that I slept in a few months before. I really enjoyed the coral beach, so I signed under this name. I signed the track under this name. And in the track also I use ambient recordings that I recorded at the train station in Bangkok. If you listen to the track, you will hear some Thai voices. Actually, they were coming from announcement from the train station and from the speakers. I put some effect and reverse some of them. In the track, you can also hear ambient recording, night atmosphere, like crickets. And I still use this kind of ambient recording until today. And then I moved to Bangkok in 2004. I relocated and I started to teach part-time. I started to teach actually about sound and sound production in a couple of universities in Bangkok. And I think in 2010 I finally released 5 new tracks on the label USA Import. It's a Belgian label, and there was a shop where many DJs used to go buy their vinyl record. They imported a lot of vinyl from USA, hence the name USA Import. And this release, again, I gave it to Laurent Garnier when he came to play in Bangkok in 2010 or 2011, I'm not sure. He played at the Bad Supper Club, and I gave him a CD again. Maybe he remembered me, I'm not sure. And then the time passed, maybe 1 year passed. I didn't know if Laurent listened to my tracks or not. And after 1 year, I saw that Laurent was actually playing my track, and I started to find it in many of his mixes online, especially one at the Rex Club for the 25th anniversary. And even in his book, he also mentioned me and this track that as one of his favorite during these years. So this was my this was my big famous moment as an artist. So this track, Network Inhibition, is my most popular release. You can still find it today, go on YouTube. It's not a big track, it only has a few thousand plays. And Darren Emerson from Underworld contacted me as well to ask for a demo and new tracks. And he signed 4 or 5 of my tracks. So I signed 2 releases on Darren Emerson's label. But let's cut through the romantic bullshit. Making electronic music in 2024 is like trying to be heard in a hurricane. Here I am, tucked away in the Thai countryside, watching my carefully crafted tracks, getting lost in a daily tsunami of releases on Beatport. It's beautiful madness, really. What about this channel? It's part confessional, it's part masterclass, and it's part therapy session. I'll take you behind the curtain of my label, Lepton Quark. The late night production session, the art of crafting tracks that will be heard by maximum 30 people, the absurd adventure of running a label from the edge of nowhere. Think of it as an insider's guide to the beautiful futility and occasional glory of an independent electronic music label. No filter, no bullshit, just raw truth. Served with a side of tropical humidity. Next episode, we'll dive into the philosophical rabbit hole that is
the artistic vision of Lepton Quark.
Until then, do the YouTube dance. You know.
Like, subscribe,
dance, 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 all that jazz. And links in the description for the full audio experience of what you've heard today in the video.